Okay. Here we go. Streaming again. Oh, right. I need to, like, change. I'm not doing Firewatch anymore. And I'm doing creative. Update. Okay. Oh, I moved the thing to the other side. I think that's okay. Before I realized that the colors, you couldn't see my color picker because it doesn't show up. So I wanted to at least have like the colors on the screen. So yeah, I think that's all right. Let me just pull it up on my iPad so that I can see. Except we all know it takes forever for it to come up on here. Did it show up right away? That is impressive. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's showing me some ad that I don't care about. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna just go and start working on the drawing. I knew I wasn't gonna have time later tonight to stream, I don't think so. Figured I would just do it right now, because might as well. So I like the way that this is turning out. Very glad that I fixed this hand, because that looked horrible before. I really like her hat. I think it's kind of cute. And I'm not really sure what to work on next. I feel like I'm not almost done, but I'm like sort of almost done planning all this out. Is this layer? No, I made a new layer. Okay. I'm just gonna go up to the hat and mess around with it a little bit. I originally had the hat purple, but then I changed it to this yellow color, and I'm glad I did, because I think that looks a lot better. It's one of those things where the yellow looked weird, but now that I'm like sort of looking at it fresh again, yeah, it looks good. So I'm just gonna sort of clean up the edges a little bit. I really like the way that I shaded this, so I don't really want to mess with it too much, but just sort of make it look a little cleaner. I think I have a sketch layer underneath all this, and I might delete that in a minute just to see how it looks. I don't know why I put little ears on this hat. I don't know. I think I saw a hat like that. I was like, oh, I wish I had a hat with little ears on it. That would be so cute. But I doubt it would fit my head anyway. I could put ears on this hat, but I don't think my mom would be too pleased with me, since this is her hat that I'm stealing. Oh, it just looks so cute though. Alright, let me just see what this is. Ah, it is a sketch that I had underneath. I think I can get rid of it though, right? Yes. That's always kind of nice when you can just get rid of the sketchy layer, because it's like, okay, it's good. Right, I'm just gonna make sure the audio is okay on the stream. Yes, okay, we're good. It's a little like, well, obviously it's not symmetrical here, but I don't know, I could fix it a little bit by making this color go over a bit more. I'm not sure though, I sort of like the way that it looks. Yeah. It was weird because I had it as purple before and I just like changed the hue. I didn't actually recolor it. So it ended up making some of the like lights and darks colors that I wouldn't normally use, but I think it looks cool. I don't know. Like, I would never have used that sort of dark yellow color, but it actually looks alright in this particular context. I'm trying to stay away, like, not use this rule anymore, but I used to think, like, every color in my art should be pretty. Like, you should be able to use the color picker just about anywhere and it'll be like a somewhat attractive color. And while that'd be cool if I could pull that off, I don't like follow that rule religiously anymore. It's just sort of a, if it happens to turn out that way, then yes, but otherwise I just leave it. Okay. That looks good. I think I might want to texture the hat a little bit, but I'm not sure. Kind of looks good just like this, honestly. Usually I always, when there's like a big solid color, I'm like, texture it, put things in it. But it already sort of has a little bit of a texture, so probably doesn't need one. And sometimes it's okay to just have solid colors. I'm learning that now. Sometimes it's okay. Ugh. I actually got like a full night's sleep last night. Usually I wake up at like 9:30 on weekends, but I set my alarm for 10:30, and it ended up being a good thing because I slept like right until the alarm went off. So I slept a little longer than I wanted to, but it ended up being all right. And I like made breakfast, and yeah, it was good. Yeah, I kind of want to fix this ear. I think it's a cute shape, but I think that that one looks better. So, I mean, I kind of want to merge all the layers together. I'm thinking I might do that. Because honestly, I'm looking at this and I don't think there's anything where I'm going to use a layer for it. There's the hat. Okay. Wait, what just happened when I did that? What did I turn off? I got rid of that. Oh, I turned off that layer. Okay. So yeah, what I do when I'm merging the layers is I just get rid of all of the background and stuff. And then I just do merge visible. And it puts them all together on one nice little layer for us. So, now what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna copy this one and put it over here. I know I said I liked the way it looked, but I don't like the way it looks anymore. I changed my mind, so I'm just gonna erase that like it never happened, and then take this, and this little part in there, and Control C, Control V. So now we have the other ear. I make it around 100%, and then just sort of plop it on this side. Oh yeah, that's cute. I think that looks better. It makes me feel less uneasy on the inside. So yeah, I think it's better. And then I'll just sort of fill in the gaps here where there's gaps. And it's as if I drew it perfectly in the first place. Cheating. It's good. Digital art. Digital art is a good thing. There, so now it just sort of looks like part of the hat. I would love a hat like this. I'm thinking about this more and more. I should try and find one on like Amazon or something. I almost bought heart-shaped sunglasses yesterday, but I found them really cheap, but it said that they would take a month to get here. And I was like, I could probably find another pair before then or something. Okay, oh yeah, I need to adjust the brush real quick. There we go. If you turn the hardness down on the brush, it just makes it a little more fuzzy, obviously, and it makes it more Like, it makes it easier to control, I find, and it just gives it a less, like, harsh look than when you have it turned up to, like, 100%. Alright, so I just thought that this shadow under here looked a little strange, so I'm trying to fix it as best I can. I don't know if I'll really be able to fix it, because it doesn't look that dumb from a distance, so it's probably okay. It's just was bothering me. I had a dream last night that I was at my university, like, starting the year, because I'm about to go to university in September, but they didn't tell me where my room was, so the dream was me, like, walking around and just opening doors until I found the room that I knew was my room, but it was really stressful. I imagine in real life they will actually tell me where my room is, hopefully. That's gonna be so fun. I'm hoping I can, like, vlog or something when I'm transitioning to university, because I feel like that will be interesting, and I honestly just want a record of that for myself to see a little bit later on too. I would love to see my thoughts on, like, starting high school. Although that was less of a transition for me, because the way it worked was I went to elementary school, and then I went to middle school for half a year, and then, oh, that looks a little strange. And then I moved to a place that didn't have middle school, so I was back in elementary school technically for half of grade 7 and grade 8, and then I went to high school, so I don't know. The high school transition wasn't really that big a deal, but I still would have liked to see my thoughts on it. I remember the school just seeming, like, so big and vast. It doesn't really seem that way anymore. Okay, I'm gonna make her eyes, I want her eyebrows dark. I know I just erased them so her face looks frightening now, but I just wanted them a little bit more thin. I like drawing thick eyebrows. I just think this particular lady would look better with smaller ones. Yeah. She looks a little cray-cray, but that's okay. She just really wants her lollipop. You can probably read the file name on this is called Ice Cream, and that's because she was originally holding a, like, melting ice cream cone, but I switched it to a lollipop because I think I'd just drawn an ice cream cone or something, so I was like, no, I want to draw a lollipop, so I did. Her eyes need fixing too. You could see, like, I wasn't really sure what brush I was using in here. That guy Barnes, very creepy. Thank you, Barnes. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, she does look a little crazy, but if this was me and I was holding a slice of pizza, I would probably be looking like this too, so it is what it is. I don't know why I put the yellow on the sides of her eyes there, but it looks kind of cool. I'm just gonna try and salvage this weird over eye part without having to completely redraw it, which might end up happening. Because I used, like, 3 different brushes, and, like, you could tell I didn't know what color to make it, so I was just, like, putting all of the colors, and it kind of looks like a mess. So, but we'll see. How's that? It's getting better, I think. Her eyebrow looks out of place, but I sort of like drawing eyebrows that way. I like drawing things wrong, and then people always go, it looks wrong. And I go, haha, I'm not gonna fix it. Troll for the win. Okay. I think I'm fixing it-ish. It just needs to be a bit darker. Like this, I think. Maybe. Oh no. Yeah, and on this side too. I wish my program would mirror images faster because I could use that a lot. I always can draw one side really well, and then the other side it's like, how do I move my hand? If I was doing this digitally, or sorry, if I was doing this traditionally, then I would just draw it with the other hand, because I'm not completely ambidextrous, but I am a little bit. But I can't really do that digitally as well. I should try and work on that. If I had one of those things where you can draw right on the screen, then I'd probably be able to do it. But like this, no, wouldn't be able to happen. Okay, yeah, she's looking a little cray. Whoops. Let me draw her eyelashes on. I like the way her eyes turned out. They're cool. Alright. Yeah, like that. I made it dark on one side and lighter on the other, so I sort of want to make it even. I thought about changing the colors of one of her eyes and giving her like a green eye and a blue eye, but that's one of those things where when you do that, that sort of becomes the main point of the picture, and I just want the picture to be cute. I don't want people's eyes really to be drawn to the fact that she has two different colored eyes. Okay. How's that? Ooh, those eyelashes look very strange, but it's kind of cool. They almost look like spikes. I like drawing eyelashes, but I never got very good at doing it realistically. Like, I think I'm good at doing it in my weird style, but realistically it's hard because you have a lot of like little lines that you have to do in a really short space. Okay, no, that's too dramatic. I can't do it. I'm not gonna give her whoa. Oh, okay, I have to undo. I'm not gonna give her eyelashes like this, I don't think. I'm gonna give her just like what she had before, because I don't think this really fits. Alright, I've undone as far as I can go. I should have done that on a new layer, but it's okay, I'll just cover it up. Goodbye. It's all stuff I probably should go over anyway, so really it's just encouraging me to have better art habits. Okay, so we'll get rid of this completely before I put it on, and I will do this on a new layer this time because I know what I'm doing. And this is how I've been doing everyone's eyes recently, so it's kind of boring, but I'll just do that kind of thing. That's better, I think. And then on this side too, I think I wore eyeliner once, but it wasn't quite this dramatic. But I was in a play, and the director was like, Kim, you gotta wear makeup. And I was like, do I gotta though? And then she like tracked me down and was like, sit. And I was like, okay. So then I put the makeup on. Well, I didn't. Some lady they hired put the makeup on. I didn't make them look the same on both sides. Women in real life have trouble making their eyeliner look the same on both sides, so I feel like it shouldn't be a big deal, but it would definitely stand out. There we go. That looks like eyes. She sort of looks dead. I think I need to give her a little bit more of an expression in her eyes. Maybe by like, here, I should do this on a new layer. Making the eyelid on the bottom come up a bit more. It just sort of gives more like expression. Kind of. She's also not looking at the lollipop, which I could just put the lollipop up higher, but then it would have to be on a really big stick. But I might do that. I don't really want to move her eyes because I like the way that they look. But I am gonna change this. I'll use my fuzzy brush since I couldn't decide, and that's sort of what I was doing for part of her skin. Yeah, sort of like that. Sure. Yeah, that fits in. And then just need to blend under here a little bit. I hope this ends up looking okay. I need to I don't think you can do that in Elements, but I need to be able to save my brushes with the preferences that I like. There probably is a way, but I'm just not gonna do it. I forgot to turn the opacity on. Fool's error. Here we go. And how's that look? It looks a little strange still, but I do think it looks better. It doesn't look better, but her eyes have more of an expression, which is what I was going for. So even though I think it looks worse, it still does look better, I think, because it sort of makes the picture more charming. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh. Ugh. I know a lot of people get really bad allergies in the summer. I'm lucky and I don't. It doesn't affect me at all. But yeah, my friend in math class was crying the other day because her allergies were acting up and making her all teary. Oh, I'm watching me sneeze now. Oh, I'm almost sneezing. This is riveting. Oh, there, I did it. Okay. It's pretty far behind. I have it set to have a delay, and I keep forgetting to take that off because it's not really necessary to have a delay. I was just people could see me live. I gotta make a big delay. Okay. So this shape is weird. I think I need to go more like that. How's that? That's a bit better. I would add the little tear ducts, but I don't know. That's another one of those things where people kept nagging me that I wasn't drawing them throughout my life. So I was like, screw you. I don't want to draw them. I don't have issues, don't mind me. Okay. So I sort of started doing this little crosshatchy thing here. And I think that's cool. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out a new thing for this drawing. So at the very end, I'll do a layer where I crosshatch it with a different smudgy tool. And we'll see how that works. So I've never done that before, but I feel like I'm thinking about it right now, and I feel like that would be a good way to do it. So I will try. Really, I should be putting all this stuff on a new layer for that, because I'm just gonna have to go over it all anyway, but meh, whatever. Okay, so the lips and the tongue need a little bit of fixing. I like the way her lips turned out, though. They're different than how I normally draw lips, and I think it looks funny. I don't know what this line is or why I did it, but I'll just leave it alone. There's a lot of little things I should probably be cleaning up in this that I'm probably not going to. Such as under there, and okay, I will clean up this one. I like her hair, though. I don't really want to touch it because I think it looks nice. Yeah. I do want to add more dark blue, maybe up here. Give it a sort of strange balance to it. Yeah, like that. That's kind of cool. And then the hat obviously needs to be fixed because you can see the hair through it. And then I might go through and fix that later. Okay, right now I do need to fill in this color because that would bother me. I sort of like doing, like here it should be like a geometric pattern with straight lines and perfectly filled in, but I like hand drawing them so that they look purposefully off. Just sort of makes it more like whimsical. I either like doing that or I make it, I was talking about this the other day, or I make it like too perfect. Like I copy and paste and make the lines perfectly straight over the entire thing and don't make it make sense how real patterns would make sense. Those are the two ways that I draw patterns. Okay. I'm getting really excited about my weird cross-hatching idea, so I'm gonna probably just switch to doing that. Is my hat still on? I was wearing my hat for so long yesterday that I didn't even know if I had a hat on anymore. Okay, so what I'm talking about with my weird cross-hatching idea is, for example, in here, to just sort of do a layer like that, and then take this tool and make it kind of small, and then just do this with it a bunch. Yeah, I don't know if that works as well. Oh, I only have it at 75 strength, so if I make it 100 and make it a little smaller. Yeah! Okay, 100 probably not. Maybe like 86. Because it adds those weird little white lines around. Yeah, I think that's actually gonna work. I don't know if I'll keep this because it looks kind of strange, but I like it though. It adds sort of a weird texture. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. You know, okay, what I'm gonna do is get rid of this. Oh, I need to do a layer underneath everything too, but we're just gonna merge visible again so we have all our layers on one. Then I'm gonna copy this and paste it just so I have a backup in case something goes wrong. And then I'm gonna sort of start blending it a little bit and see how it looks, because I'm not really sure how it's gonna look. I really like this smudge tool though. I always forget to use it because on my old computer, not even my old computer, my old computer, when I was first doing digital art, it couldn't handle this. Like, it would not use the smudge tool. What is this tool called? Yeah, it is the smudge tool. It could not do it. Like, if I wanted to do a line with it, like for example right here, if I like drew a line across the picture, my old computer probably would have taken like 5 minutes to do it, but here it just does it like one thing. That's actually kind of cool. Hold on. What if I did that like down here? Huh. That's fun. I'll think about that at the end actually. But yeah, so I always forget to use it because it's not sort of in my like normal art vocabulary, I guess. Like, I just don't think of it. But it's a very useful tool. And I use it once in a while. It's fun for like making, I was gonna say making memes, but not even memes, just like making people's faces look silly in photographs. It's probably the best tool for that. I feel like this is sort of changing the style of the picture a little bit from what it is right now, but this is how okay, that looks bad up there. This is sort of how I originally imagined it, so Maybe it's alright. Please let me undo all of it. Yes, nice. I'll try just from up here. I do love cross-hatching though. I did it a lot. I did a sculpture in art class last semester, and I just like cross-hatched the heck out of her face. I did Maisie Williams, or Arya from Game of Thrones. I did a sculpture of her. Not necessarily because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, although she is the best character on that show, but mostly just because I like her face. I think she has a cool face. So let's see. Yeah, that looks kind of neat. It sort of makes this look like real art or something. Real art. Am I a real artist, Mommy? My mommy says I'm a real artist. Okay, that looks bad though. I feel like I shouldn't be crossing it and maybe just doing like half cross hatching where you just do it one way. Let's see. Yeah, even just like that, it looks cool. This is now probably going to be a thing that I'm going to want to do for like all of my art. Sure. It just adds like sort of a nice texture. I'll probably paint over it, but I'm still glad that I'm doing it. Okay, so we'll sort of go up here a little. What if I make this a little bigger? I had it on what, 30? If I make it like 40, yeah. Ah, careful. That was the other thing that I used to use this for, was hair. But as I said, on my old computer, it would take forever to do a line like this. So I couldn't actually really use it for hair. But I would try. And I was patient back then. And would wait for the thing to take like minutes to do one line with the smudge tool. I didn't even use that large of file sizes back then. I think usually I would work like 1,000 by 1,000, and I thought that was big. I remember once I was like, I'm just gonna see if I could do it, and I made a file that was like 10,000 by 10,000, and like it almost crashed my computer, but I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my god. Okay. That looks neat. I don't know if it suits this picture, but I think it kind of does. Makes it look more, like I said, like real art, more illustrated. And this is so easy to do too. I kind of want to go back to old drawings now and try fiddling around with this a little bit and seeing how it works. Okay, that looks cool. And then under here it would look nice. Whoop. And then on this side as well. Perfect. The hatch could probably use it, and the fingers too. Whoa. Whoa. Come on. Sometimes when I'm trying to pan across the picture, I just draw a line instead. Don't mind me. I am coordinated. Swift like the eagle. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is also saving me time on the fingers. I wish the outline here was on a different layer, but it's honestly kind of okay. See, look at that. I can fill it in. No problem. Whoa. You do have to be careful on this tool though, because it does just like take whatever color you land on, so you do have to be a little bit more precise, but it's a lot easier than the color picker and just picking the colors over and over again. Yeah, like that. And then blending it up here too. Man, this like painterly style. It's beautiful. Ooh, I bet if I did this on the lollipop, it would make it look nice too. Oh my gosh. I have so many options. That looks kind of dumb. I don't know. Does it? Yeah, I think it does. Whatever. I'll just sort of leave it. And then up here. Oh, this is so nice. This is honestly saving me a lot of time too. I'm glad I thought to do this. Because normally I wouldn't do it and I would just like make a lot more work basically. Up close it kind of makes it look like she has old person hands or something, but from far away it just kind of gives it a nice texture. So it doesn't matter if she has old person hands or not. Yeah. So let's see where else I could do this. On the lollipop, right. Because it sort of is a little strange. What if I... Oh, that looks cool. Hold on. I need to undo everything I just did on the lollipop so I can do that over. Okay. So let's make this a little bit bigger. 50, and then just go like that. Ooh. I'll see what this looks like from a distance. I feel like that's cool. Or wait, maybe not. It kind of makes it look a little too blended. There's already sort of the problem that the lollipop looks more real than everything else, so maybe not. But if I... Yeah, I can add more like little lines. Out. I think that I need to outline this a little bit more because everything else is outlined pretty heavily, but this is not. And this is more like shaded than anything else in the picture too. So it needs to be like outlined with some other color. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe a really light color or a more pinky color. Let's try this. This is sort of a purpley. We'll see. I feel like that's alright, maybe. I was already trying to outline it, but it didn't really work because I just outlined it in a color that was really close. Also, I can't draw circles, so bear with me. But like I said, there's sort of a weird charm to, that I like anyway, to drawing geometric shapes imperfectly. It's sort of annoying, but it's also kind of cool. How's that? That's okay. And then if I like the way that it's drawn, but it just doesn't fit with it. I'll try this and see how that looks. I feel like I'm not gonna like the way that looks. No, but I do think the outline is probably a good thing. And then, I don't know, maybe if I just add a little bit of the outline here, I'll turn off the opacity to help me out a little bit. And if I turn it on, yeah, my hat just fell off. Come back, hat. On Sundays I usually keep my hair in a braid all day because then on Mondays my hair gets like super curly and I like it. So today's that day, and I'm using the hat to cover up the fact that my hair's gonna be in a braid all day. Alright. How's that? No, I think I'll just stick with just the outline, honestly. Because it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. I think I just picked the wrong color to outline it in. I think I just need to do a brighter version of this pink. Or not even brighter, maybe just... Oh yeah, I can go a bit brighter. I could do like a really bright version of it, but I feel like that'll... Oh, that's kind of cool. I thought maybe it would make the colors look duller, but I don't think it does. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Alright, that's better. I've decided. Okay, now I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing. But I'm going to do it on the hat now. Although I like the way that the hat's done, so I don't really want to mess with this too much. But I think it'll look good on the hat just to give it sort of a texture. I was already sort of trying to make that texture here. But if I... No, hold on. I think I do need to do it both ways. So like, whoa, like that. And then on the other side, and then I can just do a little bit of up and down. I don't know. How's that? From a distance it looks alright. There's just a little bit there that is sticking out. Like, yeah, right there. Okay. That's not bad. Maybe it is bad. I am decisive. Let's see. Yeah, I think I should just stick with these lines. And then down here is where I can sort of mess around a bit more with that. So we'll just fix that line, make it more solid, and then I guess at the bottom I was sort of using this gray color as the line. I guess we'll just do that. And it's a little tricky because the other colors want to get up in here too. It's as if I'm using a tool that's meant to smudge all these colors together. Strange. Okay. So then I think I just need to use the normal brush for this. We will get this yellow and put it over here as well because I forgot to do that. And then I can't tell what to do. I think I'll put more yellow and then, oh no, you know what I'll do? I'll put more yellow down here. Let me just merge this down. I'll put more yellow here, then crosshatch into the brown, like not the brown, the dark yellow, and then I'll do the lines again on top just to sort of make the shapes more clear. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll do that and then blend this way and see how this looks. This might be a little bit too, I don't know, too detailed, but I'll try it out. And then I'll do it the other way too. And then I'll do it from the light beige color into the yellow as well. And just see how that goes. Yeah, I think this is good. We're getting sort of near the end of this drawing. There's a lot that I need to clean up. Well, there's a lot that I would normally feel as though I need to clean up. But, oh, I did that the wrong way. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna clean it up is what I'm saying. I might just leave it because it sort of looks sketchy and cool. I'm glad I came back to work on this one because I don't know, I started it a long time ago And then I found it again like a few months ago and wasn't sure if I wanted to finish it or not. I'm glad I did because it's cool. I have like a lot of stuff in progress at all times, so it's always comforting to finish something up. Okay, I think I need to make this a little bigger. I'm using, you can choose a brush for the smudge tool, and I'm using the fuzzy brush right now, but if you do it on the hard brush, it actually looks kind of cool. But I'm not going to do that for this because I don't think that's really the look that I want. I'm making it bigger because I feel like that'll make this go a bit faster. I'm not really sure what look I'm going for at this point, but I kind of like what's going on up here. I'll probably paint over it and sort of blend it together a little more, but I'm not sure, so we'll see. I use this sometimes for like reflections in water because it has sort of a cool thing that it does to it. So when I'm making a reflection, I'll like copy and paste the thing I want reflected and then just scribble on it with this tool until it looks okay. Right, so now I'm painting over it just to make it look a little less weird. I kind of like what ended up happening with this though. Sure, and then we'll do the dark color on top too. It's really messy, but like I said, I don't know if I'm going to clean it up. We'll see how this goes. And I'll try this. I think I want to make this color the bottom color all the way along. I was trying to be like artsy and have it change, but I think it'll look better if I just keep it as the dark. Let's see though. Yeah, that's better. Definitely better. And now I'll add some more. I'll just sort of fix up little thingies that need fixing. There's a lot to clean up here, so I don't know if I'll do it. I might call it like done for now and then later on sort of touch more stuff up, but we'll see. I don't know what was going on here. Is this a... Yeah, I don't know. I'll just erase it. Oh wait, I'm not on the right layer. I can merge this down because there's nothing I care about having separate anymore. It's comforting, but it's also scary to draw on all one layer because it just sort of makes it a little bit more stressful, but at the same time there's a lot less that you have to worry about. So it sort of ends up working out all right. Ooh. White Mad Dog says, "Hey, this is so beautiful." Thank you. Sorry I didn't see your thing earlier. I was in the zone. Yeah, I'm happy with how this looks. I like the colors. I don't usually draw with colors like these, but it ended up working out all right, I'd say. Okay, so I'll just clean up along here. And the outline of the hand needs some help. Because I remember when I drew this hand, I was like, this is good, but I just sort of left my weird scribbles everywhere, and I have more of a hard outline around stuff elsewhere. So I need to try and make this outline more like those. And just like that. Bloop, bloop. Whoa. I made her finger into a sausage. That looks fine though. And then I'll do the same thing to this hand, because this one's looking a little sketchy. That's just because I like beat the crap out of it with the smudge tool. Alrighty. So like that. I'm still deciding if I want her nails to be painted. I don't really want to have to add on fingernails, but I might. That looks cool, I think. It matches sort of up here better, the face area. Her collar looks kind of strange. But yeah. Let's see. I'll make this line a little harder. I was deciding between like the soft and hard brush for the entirety of this drawing, and I never quite settled on it. So it's sort of like a mixture of both, with like weird little cross-hatching mixed in there too. But we're getting there. I draw collars differently now usually, but this is sort of reminding me of how strangely I used to always draw collars. Collared shirts don't really look like this. Sort of looks like how they look in The Simpsons. But that's alright. It shows that I have maybe learned something, and perhaps reflected on my own work and see what needs progress. Alrighty. So I know I made it sort of darker towards the edges, but I'm not going to do that because that's a lot of work. Then I'll add sort of the dark purple. I don't know why I chose to make it dark purple down there, but it fits, I think. Like, you wouldn't notice that it looks strange. Okay, I sort of need to deal with this down here area too. I'm still not really sure what's going on with her skirt, but I kind of like it. I feel like I would wear this. It's like a half pencil skirt, half like peplum thing. I don't know. Wait, no, not peplum would be a little higher up, I think. Half like tail. Half wings. She has little wings coming out of her skirt. Okay, so I'll give it an outline. I don't think that outline's quite bright enough. But maybe it is, because this color isn't very bright anyway. We'll see. I'll try a different color on the other side. Okay, no, I need to make this brighter. I could make it like a little bit of a darker color than the skirt is. That might look better, but I'll decide in a minute. And I'll do her skirt outline like a dark blue. The like royal blue is really easy to make pop out on this, because like that's or sorry, I have to change it. There we go. That's like a really bright color. I don't know, it's cool. When I used to play Roblox, I used to make a lot of stuff this color. I think that's actually a little too bright for this picture. Look at me go. Okay, what color is this? I'll just make it a darker version of the color, I guess. Let's see. A little brighter, I think. A little more, yeah. Let's see. That's good, I think. Right? Sure. And I think I want to make her shirt untucked a little bit more. I'm gonna go over this line, don't worry. I know it looks crazy. Yeah, I think I want her shirt to like come untucked a little bit over there, because I'm all on one layer. I gotta come in really close and be careful with the little details. So then I'll color, oh no, whatever. I'll color over her skirt just to make this these lines a little bit less strange. Oh, and I need to do it up here as well. Normally I would do it along here, but I think I'll do it the color of the outline of her shirt, and that'll look a little bit better. But yes, I have a few colors going on in this skirt, and I'm not really sure why that is. Let's see. Just make the lines look less dumb. Kim, nothing has the power to make your lines look less dumb. I know. That was just me letting myself know. How's that? That looks a little better. I just need to really fix her shirt real bad. So I'll sort of have it come over this part, sort of like that, I think. Just so it's a little bit untucked. We want her to be comfortable anyway. Don't want her to be all uncomfortable with her shirt all the way tucked in. I actually find it really comfortable when I like wear a skirt like this and then tuck the shirt in. It's nice, but I don't know. Okay, I think that's a better way to do it. Yeah, that looks better than I had it before. Now I think the weird little tail things on her skirt either just need to be cropped out, the bottom of them, which is one way to do that, or they need some sort of like stripes or something. I could add stripes to them. We'll see how it looks. I don't want to crop them out because I think that'll upset the like feng shui of my picture, but we'll see. Yeah, like that, and then this needs to be fixed a little bit, and then we'll add stripes to this too. Bloop, bloop. I didn't do these stripes the same way as the stripes on the other side. How's that? That's I might just get rid of the little pink parts, or what I could just do, I think this is a better idea. If I just erase this, I could just have it all be a part of the skirt. I like the little wings, but it just isn't working, I don't think. If I just did that, and then I could just, yeah, I think this will be okay. If I did the outline like that, whoops, how did that happen? Selected the wrong color. If I did it like that, and then colored it in on this side too, whoosh, whoosh, and just erase this, erase this nonsense. Do I have it set? I used to have it set to be pencil on one side, eraser on the other, but I don't think I have that anymore. I used to like really use the heck out of that. Okay, we'll color this in, and then color this side in. I think this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Right, because then okay, I think I need to just move this over a little bit, because right now it just sort of looks like she has weird hip extensions on or something. So I need to move that over and then fill this in with the pink. But I feel like that'll look a bit better. We'll see, and then I can still make her a little smaller because her hips look a little out of proportion to her body. Okay, I think I'm making some sort of progress. Maybe. I don't know. make it like that. I still want to add some sort of like, I could just make this a peplum skirt. Okay, that's better than it was, definitely. But I feel like it needs something else. Let me see. It needs some sort of like thing like that, maybe. On both sides. How'd that make it look? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. What if I just took the blue and made the wings blue instead of pink? Let's see. Because I still want little wings. Let's see. That side's pretty good. And then this side. This side's hard because there's a hand. That's better, I think. And then if I make the bottom like a little bit ruffly or whatever, we'll see. If I do sort of that kind of thing, I'm really hoping this looks okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then like that. How's that? I think that looks a bit better. I just need to shade it more. I mostly just don't want to draw this anymore. This part of the skirt. It's one of those things where nobody's gonna like notice, but I notice if it looks dumb. So let's see. How's that? Maybe? Or if I made it a little darker on the bottom too. No, it looks stupid, doesn't it? Okay, I'll just leave it the way it was before, I guess. Let me just get rid of this. That looks fine, honestly. Right? Like, it's okay. It's not the way I wanted it to look, but the skirt looks fine. I don't need to add a little wing to it. I just need to fix this side a little bit because it's too straight, I think. And then I'll go over the hand outline that I just butchered a little bit. Okay. I might want to trim that side a little bit too. And yeah. There we go. Whoops. Sorry, hand. Allow me to fix you. So next I think I'll just take some white and add little highlights around. Yeah, that's fine. It just needs a shadow under her hand. Add some highlights and then I'll call it there. I'll say I'm temporarily done with this. I really need to finish my math paper today. That's like thing number one. I was like, oh, I'll just hand it in later, but like this is the last 2 days of school. So I should probably actually do it. And I also need to like study for math because I don't remember anything. How's that? That's better. Yeah, so let's just take some white and go along. I feel like I might actually just be done with this. Like, it's not the cleanest thing that I've ever drawn. And I like my things to be clean, but it's sort of like sketchy and weird and cool. If I was gonna like sell this on like prints or something, I would probably clean it more, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. So let's get white. She needs a little one. Well, that is black. That is not the color that I wanted. Chin's a little like on her nose. We're now officially really into stuff that nobody notices, but it does help the overall look of the picture, in my opinion. So the chin, there's certain places that I always make a little bit lighter. If I ever was like a super famous artist and people like analyzed my work, they'd go, yes, I can tell this is a Kim because she shaded, or she put a highlight underneath the chin. But then I'll do like one where I don't do that, and then people will like debate for years whether or not it was my painting or not, you know. I always wonder about stuff like that because we study a lot of artists in art class, and it's like, did the artists not like experiment at all? I don't know, because there's certain things we learn to like identify an artist, and then it's like, oh, it couldn't be this guy's piece because it didn't have these things, but maybe they just were trying out a different style. You don't know. Don't judge them. Okay, so this needs some white in here. How's this looking? The white on the sleeve is a bit much, I think. Or maybe just, yeah, a little there. Like a little tiny bit of white right there. That's better. And then down here. Yeah. And then on the fingers, just to make them pop out a little bit more. This is looking alright. I do want to crop it though, just to get some of the bottom out of there. I think like that would be good, maybe a little less. Just get as much of that skirt out as we possibly can. No, I cropped it too much, didn't I? I just don't want so much down there. Let me see. If you sort of squint, you can kind of... What if I just kept the top but cropped at the bottom? I think that's okay, right? Wait, it still looks a little strange. I'll just... maybe like that. That's good, I think. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I still sort of, whoa. Don't crop it that small. That'd be hilarious. I still sort of want to fix the eyebrows a little bit. But then I think I'll be done. I just want to make them look a little more eyebrowy. It's a new word that I just came up with. And then clean up this line too. They still sort of look like worms on her face, but I'm not too concerned. Okay, I'm gonna sign it, and then it'll be done. I forgot to sign a drawing the other day, and I felt like a failure of an artist. Boop, boop. Okay. We're done! Yay! I'm happy with that. Looks good enough. She looks like she wants some of that ice cream. Save. Do you want to place it? Yes. Yay! Now save it as a JPEG. I honestly have gotten so much art done recently. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be like my best year yet. Okay, I'll save it all the way. Yay! Alright. Yeah, I think that'll be it for right now because I really do need to work on my math paper. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for watching me finish this silly little drawing. And I don't know if I'll be on later tonight, but maybe tomorrow or whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.